Velcro, the microwave, and Play-Doh have nothing to do with film, aside from the fact that they were all accidental inventions. In 1727, a German doctor named Johann Heinrich Schultz was working with silver nitrate that would change color when exposed to light. To figure out it was light and not heat which caused this discoloration, Schultz tried baking these nitrates. He started placing cutouts over the solution and exposed it to light, creating a permanent shadow of the cutout, unlocking the keys to photography. About 100 years later, the wet plate, which used liquid iodine on a silver-copper plate, allowed for more detailed images other than just shadows. This method was used for the first true photographs. Unfortunately, the original wet plate made only one photo per exposure until 1841, when William Henry Fox Talbot created a process that would make a negative image. Just like a mold for a vinyl record, this negative image is used to make multiple positive copies from a single negative image. The dry plate was later invented and used in combination with a paper base to create the first flexible roll of film. These rolls made photography portable, simple, and consumer-friendly. The downside, however, was that nitrate film is dangerous. The biggest issues were seen in movie theaters. Nitrate film reels had to pass over an extremely hot light bulb to project an image. It even caused a fire in Paris in 1897, which claimed 126 lives. To make matters worse, nitrate film produces its own oxygen, so if film reel catches on fire, it must burn itself out. Until the 1950s, special fireproof booths had to be built in theaters. So what changed in the 1950s that doused the need for fireproof booths? Cellulose acetate film happened, or safety film for short. So why is it called safety film? Well, most obviously because it didn't create freaking self-fueling, unstoppable fires, of course. There was a downside, however. About 10 years after safety film became popular, reports began popping up of the film starting to degrade, releasing acidic acid and unpleasant smells. This became known as vinegar syndrome and brought a great deal of focus to the overall quality and shelf life of film. Unfortunately, while this process has been slowed to about 50 years in ideal conditions, it's still an issue with modern film. So why haven't we fixed this yet? Well, development of film technology has slowed significantly due to the masses mostly using digital photography methods. Around the mid-2000s, their ability to quickly preview shots and store thousands of images made digital cameras much easier and more convenient than film. Digital photography overtook the market so much that consumer film sales dropped to less than 1% of what they were during film's peak years. So does film still have ground to stand on? Where is it headed? Well, there's still some advantages to film, the main being detail. Film doesn't have pixels like a digital camera. Therefore, film's resolution is calculated through angular resolution, the general ability to distinguish small details of an object. Standard 35mm film resolution falls between 4 and 16 megapixels, with larger film sizes reaching as high as 400 megapixels. Film also excels in shutter lag, increased control over exposure levels, improved color saturation, accuracy, quality, and greater dynamic range. Lenses and camera equipment for film cameras are also considerably cheaper in comparison to their digital counterparts, making entry much more affordable. So while digital video and photography have taken quite a toll on film, it still clings to life with many analog purists and even social media photographers using it exclusively. Instagram has over 11.5 million photos tagged with #film, #filmisnotdead, and #35mm. So for now, film is still alive, but I wouldn't recommend using nitrate film for your next home movie. In the spirit of the general format here at TechQuickie, I'm going to tell you all the things about FreshBooks as fast as possible. So here we go. FreshBooks is on a mission to make freelancers less stressed and more organized through their easy-to-use tool for crafting and sending professional invoices in seconds. FreshBooks helps you track your hours, so when it comes to creating an invoice, you know exactly what you did, when you did it, and who you did it for. You can even accept deposits through their platform, so work is paid for on your schedule. They also have a tool to manage your expense reports. Their mobile app lets you take a picture of your receipts and pretty much handles the rest. Getting started on FreshBooks is extremely simple, even if you're not a numbers person. Actually, especially if you're not a numbers person. You can try FreshBooks for free for 30 days by going to freshbooks.com/TechQuickie and entering TechQuickie in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Alright guys, hope you liked our adventure into the history of film. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you're like, screw film, whatever. We filmed a Star Wars thing. Star Wars was shot on film. Random little tidbit there. Over on Channel Superfun, that wasn't shot on film. Don't worry about it. Anyways, comment if you're interested in other things we should cover in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow.